down out of thy, but thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet.
So you can't escape these judgments, the other nations. There's no escape. There's no escaping this. We couldn't escape our judgment. So when you see these people going down, don't try to relate what they're going through in the earth to the suffering of the children of Israel. Mm-hmm. Right now, what's going on with the other nations is judgment. Read.
Verse 20. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial.
Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial.
Because thou hast destroyed thy land.
Because they have destroyed the Most High's land.
And slain thy people.
They have killed God's people.
The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned.
And the seed of evildoers shall never be renowned, which means they will never be in position once Christ returns. They will never be in a position to do what they did to God's people. It won't happen. Read.
Verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
For the sins of their fathers. And some people are going to say, well, that's not right. That's not right. How can, I didn't do it. Listen. The people of Israel that are living today who are waking up have inherited the captivity of their forefathers. We can't say, well, it's unfair what's going on with us based on what our father did. We can't say that. We have to live through it. By the same token, it says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. That means if you're walking in the same vein as your fathers to destroy God's people, there's a judgment for you. Read.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Most High of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith the Most High.
That's crystal clear. So this proves that curses are generational. They don't stop with just the one race or the one generation that's sinning. Curses are generational. And that also gives us the understanding of nations when it comes to Bible prophecy. What is he doing? Okay? That gives us the understanding of races when it comes to Bible prophecies right there. So the other nations who have killed God's people and destroyed God's people, now it's coming right around now. And don't say, well, look at what's going on with us now. We're suffering now. Listen, you're suffering, yes, but it's not because you're the children of Israel. It's because you destroyed God's people. And when they were in a condition that you could have helped, you scorned them. You went against them. You killed them. You helped destroy them. So now, it's coming down on you. Galatians 6 and 7. Right? Wisdom of Solomon 5.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Read that again.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
At the very end, the righteous man shall stand in great boldness. Read.
Before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Right to the face of the same people who used to afflict us. Let me tell you, we're living Bible prophecy now. And say what?
And made no account of his labors.
And made no account of his labors. Oh, we don't owe you nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I didn't do anything to you. And now they got a new saying now. Oh, well, there was white slaves. Where's the children of these white slaves? See, these are all things to downplay the captivity of God's people. And see, this is what frustrates these other Israelites and make them curse people out. There was no white slave sold on auction blocks. There was indentured servitude in Europe. Indentured servitude is if you owe someone money, you would work for a time until you work that off. Black people wasn't allowed that. Okay? That was indentured servitude. There was no such thing as white people being sold on auction blocks in America. That's a lie. Okay? When it comes to the Europeans who were sold out of Ireland, out of Scotland, different areas, even those that spoke Gaelic, which was a dialect of Hebrew, these were black Europeans who came from the Dark Ages, who was eventually sold after we fell in Europe. Read that last part again.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
Then the righteous man shall stand in great boldness. Because for years the righteous man had no idea who he was. He couldn't stand in boldness. He wasn't told who he was. But once he gets the knowledge and he's with his God again, he can stand in boldness again. Read.
Before the face of such as have afflicted him.
And he'll be able to look at the same people who was behind his demise. Okay? Not to curse them out, not to say that he's better than them, but to tell them the truth. What would he tell them? I know. I know now. You can't do what you did before. We know now. Read.
And made no account of his labors.
And have made no account for his labors. That means you did not pay, the nations did not pay Israel for their work. You did not pay Israel for his work. Can you imagine if America did for the children of Israel, like the North American Indians, the Puerto Ricans, the blacks who served in slavery, what they did for the Japanese in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, where they gave each family $1 million apiece who suffered from that? What was the account of labor for the whole world economy that was built off of slave labor in America? So now other people are trying to get in now. Oh, I'm Israel now. I'm Israel. And we wanted to bring this out to say, listen, let's put this out exactly how it is. Yes, all nations can partake in truth if you're willing to come in here and deal with truth and not try to distort the information and knowledge that you have come into. If you want to build on the information that you have received, that's one thing. But there was no account for our labors. So let me tell you, all the Europeans who took down America, if you really feel some type of pain and suffering and love towards your Gadite brothers in North America, Ezekiel 33 says what? Let's get it. Ezekiel 33 and 15.
Ezekiel chapter 33 verse 15.
Now I'm just saying on the physical level. We know this is not going to happen. But on the physical level, for the Europeans that are crying about the children of Israel waking up again, saying that it's unjust that we're standing up telling the truth. If you really love God, why don't you all get together in America and in Europe and follow the Bible? Ezekiel 33 and 15, read it.
If the wicked restore the pledge.
They pledge in America, in God we trust. Read.
If the wicked restore the pledge, give again that he had robbed.
Read it again.
Give again that he had robbed.
If people are God-fearing Europeans in America, why don't you first come together and give back the country you stole from the North American Indians? That would show righteousness. And don't say, well, you didn't do it because you've inherited a land that your forefathers stole. Even if you were to come back to Europe, that's a starting point. Let me get off these other land masses all over the earth, because I see that the gig is up. Everybody can see us now. So let's all leave these areas that we have nothing to do with, and let's give the land masses back to the people of God, and whom God gave according to lines. Let's do that. Let's leave China alone, because